Shalom. All praises, all power, all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach well and rule well, who taught me this truth. Peace and salutations and blessings to the Akyam, the fellow laborers, the hopeful elect, pushing this truth that risketh online throughout the four corners of the earth. To the Akwath listening and learning, sincerity, and the truth and the sound of Shalom. It's your brother Shema from the GMS Toronto camp here in Toronto here with another lesson. Right, we'll get right into it. Right, this is from the Guardian News. Saturday, May 9th, 2026, which was yesterday. The year of apostates, sellouts, and bugouts. Apostates, sellouts, and agents, Salakia. Alright, and it says here, spiritless summer. Americans feel squeeze of costly fuel amid busy travel season. Right? And you Edomites are going to have to sit. Alright, you Edomites are beginning to feel the squeeze. Right? You look at this image here. It's all what appears to be Edomites. Right? Living in their luxury. Right? Coming and going as they please. Right? Because listen, Jakes. Right, there's a lot of Jakes in this world who haven't left their block, their city vicinity. Right? They've never seen the outside world. They've never experienced other cultures. Right? It's only now granted there's well-off Jakes, yeah. Right? But for the most part, it's Edomites that have experienced other cultures and ways of life. Right? Edomites be going on vacation to the Mediterranean, right? Different parts of Europe, the Caribbean, right? All those tourist resorts. It's red lobster baked, red skinned Edomites laying on the beach. Let's get a scripture, right? And the beach is cut off. You go to Jamaica, the tourist part, Ocho Rios, Montego Bay, right? These 5-star resort hotels, right? The locals are not allowed where certain parts of the beach where these Edomites be laying down, getting baked in the sun. Deuteronomy 30:7, and the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, thy power, will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Right? So you're starting to see a reversal of the curses, man. You're starting to see Edomites that are down bad. Right? But you look at this. This is the pride of Esau. Right? I did a lesson a few days ago where one of the news anchors said, because of this jet fuel shortage, I could possibly not go on my vacation. Right? These are the things that Esau worries about. Am I going to go on vacation? Right? Am I going to buy the S class or the E class? Right? It says here, soaring oil prices have left many Americans with higher costs and fewer options for travel amid the Iran war. Right, it says here, Chelsea Blackmore, and that's such an Edomite name, Chelsea, saves up every year for an annual vacation with her 58-year-old mother. This year, after landing an especially good deal, they made plans to embark on a Disney cruise from Orlando. Right, Disney cruise. And look at what's going on with that cruise ship. The Lord's visiting this place, man. Look at that news with the cruise ship. I did a lesson on it last week. Right, the spirit of mirth being visited by death angels. right? To keep costs low, she bought the least expensive plane ticket she could find, a $500 round trip fare on Spirit Airlines, right? And Spirit Airlines went belly up, right? So we're seeing the reverses of the curses. We're seeing Esau's nobles, Esau's elites, right? The upper crust, so to speak, right? The well-off Edomites starting to get touched. Then they're now having to watch their pockets. Right, let me get that in Habakkuk. So like Haggai. So the Lord is putting all these curses on our enemies, right? Jacob has been the downtrodden, the less fortunate, only getting by. Right? Esau is now starting to drink of that cup, starting to taste it. Haggai 1:6. Ye have sown much. Let me get this in the NLT. This is the book of Haggai 1:6 NLT. You have planted much, but harvest little. Right? You work hard, but your paycheck is small. You eat, but you are not satisfied. Right? You don't have the best to eat. You're eating no frills food, low grade, bottom of the barrel GMO processed food. Right? No nutrient value in the food. Right? And that's always been us, Jakes. Right? Esau starting to drink of that cup, to taste it. You drink but are still thirsty. You put on clothes but cannot keep warm. Your wages disappear as though you were putting them in pockets filled with holes, right? So as soon as you get your pay, it's gone, right? Inflation is decimating the middle class, right? And we have yet to see hyperinflation, right? Scriptures say a measure of wheat for a penny, right? These Edomites are starting to suffer, man. All right, and it's a beautiful. We're in beautiful times. All praise to the Most High Yahweh Shema Shai. It says here, soaring oil prices have left many Americans with higher ticket prices and fewer options for summer travel amid the economic maelstrom brought on by the war in Iran. I want to look at that word, maelstrom. I'm assuming it has something to do with volatility. Maelstrom, online etymology, 1680s. Name of a famous tidal whirlpool of the northwest coast of Norway, supposed to suck in and destroy everything that approached it at all times. Literally grinding stream to crush. Melee to crush, grind, right? So the economic maelstrom, right? So the economy is being grinded, being crushed, right? It says here, typically budget airlines offer travelers like Blackmore base fare tickets that can make travel more affordable during financially unstable times. But last Saturday, Blackmore opened up the airline's apps and was faced with a pop-up message announcing Spirit was shutting down operations and her flight was canceled. Right? You motherfuckers out here seeking mirth, especially you Edomites. Right? You're gonna have to sit. You ain't going nowhere, man. It says here, I cried for about 5 hours trying to search, and she was crying. Call Allah Yahweh Shai. Crying because her mirth plans are being um, are being canceled. I cried for about 5 hours trying to search for new flights, said Blackmore, 35, a photographer and travel agent based in Massachusetts. Travel experts say the demise of Spirit. Let me get a scripture. Revelation. And this is the end time prophecy of your end, right here in this verse. Revelation 18:6. Reward her, right? Reward who? America the Great, Babylon the Great. Even as she rewarded you, right? What did she do to the Israelites? Israel being a people before it's a place, right? Right. Let me get that real quick. Right. She pillaged. She raped, murdered, robbed, stole, castrated, bedwenched our women. Right. Let me get that in Baruch. Baruch. Is it 3? Salakia. See Baruch. Baruch 4. Baruch 4 and 31. I'll read from 30. Baruch 4 and 30. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem. Right, Jerusalem being a people before it's a place. The Israelites, Israel being a people before it's a place. For he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. Right? This is the last captivity. Right? The kingdom is coming. Right? Beginning with the 144, under Yahushua, under King David, under the 12. Miserable are they that afflicted thee and rejoiced at thy fall. Right? Esau, Edom. Right? The hub city of America. Right? The hub city of the Edomites is America. It is America where the Israelites served hardcore bondage. Right? It says here, miserable are they that afflicted thee and rejoiced at thy fall. They rejoiced at the fall of the Israelites and reaped the benefits of hardcore slavery. Miserable are the cities which thy children served. Miserable is she that received thy sons. Right? America. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. Right? And that's the end game for America the Great, Babylon the Great. And we're beginning to see the cracks. We're beginning to see the fall, ultimately leading to the missiles. For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and their pride shall be turned into mourning. Right? We just read there. And ultimately, this is going into the destruction of America the Great. We just read there, the woman said she cried. Right? I cried for about 5 hours trying to search for new flights. Right? All right. Babylon, listen, Babylonians are going to weep at the destruction of America the Great. Right? Ultimately, the missiles. Verse 35, for fire shall come upon her from the everlasting. And what's that fire? The missiles. long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. Right? That fire gonna that lake of fire is gonna burn for a long time. And then she'll be inhabited by devils, desert animals, porcupines, right? And vultures and hedgehogs, right? But this place is through, right? And we're beginning to see her demise, her fall. It says here, travel experts say the demise of spirit is just a harbinger of the chaos higher energy prices will bring this summer. This is just the beginning of sorrows. From drivers to flyers, all travelers are expected to feel the squeeze. Everybody gonna feel it. You're gonna see it on the grocery shelf prices. You're gonna see scarcity and inflation. Right, the price at the pumps. Right, fuel rationing is coming. It says here, spirit is in many ways emblematic of what most Americans are feeling right now, which is a real gut punch around increasing energy costs and gas prices in particular. Right. 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 But the subject matter, you Babylonians are gonna sit, man. You think you're gonna be jet setting all over the place? Right. That shit's done. Jet setting everywhere, oozing with pride. Revelation 18:6. Reward her even as she rewarded you. Right. Right. We just read the scripture. Miserable are they, is thy cities, roughly paraphrasing. Right. Your end game, your final credits is the missiles. And double unto her double according to her works. Right? You're gonna get double. America the Great, Babylon the Great. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. Right? The cup that you help for the affliction of the Israelites, you're gonna have to drink double. NLT, do to her as she has done to others, double her penalty for all her evil deeds. She brewed a cup of terror for others, so brew twice as much for her. Right? You Edomites, America the Great, Babylon the Great, your hub city. Right? It says here you brewed a cup of terror for others, primarily the tribes. Verse 7, here's the point, NLT. She glorified herself and lived in luxury. Right? Being able to jet set all over the place. That's luxury. Right? Living in the better parts of town. That's luxury. Right? In the KJV it says lived deliciously. Let's look at this word. Right? You're gonna have to sit. Your jet setting is over. Live deliciously. Strong G 4763. Strene ao in the Greek. To be wanton, to live luxuriously in the Strongs. From a presumed derivative of G4764, to be luxurious, live deliciously. Right? You're sitting in 3,000, 4,000 square foot homes. Right? You got a picket fence, a dog, right? A 1050 credit score, beacon score, booking flights to the Mediterranean, jet setting, right? It says here, she glorified herself, Revelation 18:7 NLT. She glorified herself and lived in luxury, so match it now with torment and sorrow. She boasted in her heart, I am queen on my throne. I am no helpless widow, and I have no reason to mourn, right? And the reason to mourn is coming, ultimately leading to the missiles. But we're beginning to see the beginning stages of mourning for the hub city, America the Great, for its citizens, for the Edomites. Verse 8, NLT, therefore these plagues will overtake her in a single day, death and mourning and famine. She will be completely consumed by fire, the missiles, right? For the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yashai, power, who judges her, is mighty, right? And this is the judgment of the Lord. So with that, call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yashai Bashem Rakak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great Muslim and teacher and Ruwa. Shalom to the elect.